Good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever you are. It's morning somewhere. Welcome back to Names Are Not Important with Mac and Free. I am Mac. He is Free. Free, we've been off for 6 months, man. What's going on, Big Dog?
Man, I'm ready to get back at it, man. It's been a minute, but we back up in it. Let's do this.
Yeah, we bought bars, by the way. Those were bars. Now, we got a couple things on deck for y'all, so hold on a second because we have aged since the last time we saw you.
No, he did throw the glasses.
Don't talk about.
I hope those blue light glasses. They blue light. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, America. They blue light. We ain't there yet.
But nah, so there was something going on in my timeline that kind of struck me recently, and it was a lot of negative connotations about the Kendrick Lamar album, which is GNX. So I want to start by saying, Frida, the album is absolutely incredible. So let's start there. This was an incredible album. I had to listen to it 2 or 3 times, but there are a lot of albums that I've had to listen to 2 or 3 times to really understand how incredible it is, which To Pimp a Butterfly was one of them. But this album has sparked, I don't want to say controversy, but there's a lot of back and forth about whether it's a good album or not. Have you heard the album yet?
Well, I downloaded it like day after it came out. I do my usual run through. I listened to about a minute of each just to catch a feel before I can really, get a chance to listen. I haven't gone back to take my in-depth listen, but what I've heard so far I like. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in all honesty and clarity, because we don't fake on a nasty dump with our viewership. To say that I'm a big Kendrick follower fan, no. Like I said before, I like a lot of his stuff and features and stuff where I'm more familiar. So I will say this: I have to listen to it. I don't follow him enough to really say, okay, that's true Kendrick form or whatever. I'm more listening to it and just trying to hear good music. You feel what I'm saying? I hope that
Yeah.
Everybody. But what I heard so far, I like it. What I know of Kendrick kind of holds true to his creativity. So, but I'm still needing to take it in.
Yeah. So for one, I'm not debating with anybody about this. Like, this is we talked about this, you, I, and McKee as well, and McKee, keep us honest. When Jill Scott came out with that microphone thing that she did on stage, wasn't I one of the first people that was just like, if people are shocked that Jill Scott did that, they haven't listened to a Jill Scott album.
Yeah.
You have to listen to a Jill Scott album and not be surprised by that. And I think people just heard "Let's Take a Walk" and that was it. And same thing with Kanye West when he showed up and this was when we had Doc on and McKee, and we all talked about it. And I was like, I'm not shocked at Kanye West because I've listened to his albums. Like, this is right in the core of his character. And when I listened to that album the first time, it was, what a lot of people do is they project what they want, and when they don't get it, it's kind of like, well, that album's trash. It's like, nah, that's what he's been doing. You were expecting, because of Not Like Us, some of the other things that he did, I think a lot of people were expecting something different. That album is just as good as Damn. It's just as good as To Pimp a Butterfly, and To Pimp a Butterfly is a timeless classic.
Yeah.
So I can't. It's just hard for me. It's the same thing with Drake, because I'm not anti-Drake. I have all of Drake's albums. So let's start there. Like, I have all of them. I like his music, but every album is about the same. Like even on his first album, which is another timeless classic, Drake does a little bit of singing on that album. Before he dropped his first album and he was dropping mixtapes, Drake did singing on the mixtapes. Like so is that my point is not new with it stays within the confines of the character of the artist. And this is one of those albums where people were just looking for a reason. I don't know if I want to say looking for a reason, but didn't get what they expected. It's kind of like when Andre 3000 dropped the Flute album. It was like I didn't want him to drop a Flute album, but I'm not surprised that he dropped a Flute album. It's Andre 3000. Like, where have y'all been? If any rap artist, if we were doing any kind of like prospective trivia, and you would go, what artist do you think would drop a Flute album? And he had never dropped a Flute album. The first person that would come to my mind is Andre 3000. Yeah. The next person that would come to my mind would be Common Sense. but they have it. That's within the repertoire of what they do as artists.
Well, let me interject.
What Kendrick did right in his repertoire. Go ahead.
Well, let me interject one thing. But is that do you feel that's a lot of the fans that sometimes don't grow with the artist? And what I mean is, like you could watch a 3 Stacks and you could see how he's always evolved throughout his music. And most of the time you hope that, but sometimes fans can get stuck with those popular hits and they want that all the time and don't sometimes evolve with the artist. Do you feel that sometimes that's a case for this criticism, or why some are not willing to, I guess, really accept sometimes new projects?
Yeah, no, I think so. I think one of the phrases that I carry near and dear to me is the true pathway to disappointment is when the expectations of others are higher of yourself than your own. And when you attributing this to music, for example, when an artist is not doing what you want them to do, then that growth pattern fades, and that's the natural relationship of people anyway. Where one of the things that I always tell people who are like thinking about getting married or do get married, I'm like, you'll have to develop a lot of patience. Especially when you do it young, because you're still going through your growth pattern as an adult. Like it doesn't stop at 25. So while you're going through it, your partner may be going through a different growth pattern, and you're gonna have to be patient with that. It's the same thing with artists. Yeah. Artists, you have to be patient with what they're doing because they're evolving directly in front of our eyes. They're just doing it in front of the cameras where we can all see it. But they may not give you the same music that they gave you before because they are evolving as an artist. And with Kendrick, he's still evolving as an artist, but when you listen to the album, like, it's a lot of the same songs. So he has a song called Reincarnated on the album, where it's kind of like an homage. It uses the old Tupac beat. It's called Made Negroes. I cleaned that up, by the way. It's not the name of the song. but it's called Made Negroes with Tupac and the Outlaws.
Oh, we say ninjas.
And that's made ninjas. We'll say
anybody can be a ninja.
But he does kind of an homage to Tupac, but he goes through cycles of being reincarnated into other people in different timelines. And if you don't like that, then if we're being honest with it, how did you like Good Kid, Mad City when he did that same thing in, well, I think the name of the song is called Sing About Me. He's doing the exact same thing in Sing About Me. He's rapping as other people. And if I'm not mistaken, he did the same thing in Damn, but I just don't remember the name of that song. But my point is, this is common. Actually, he does it in these If These Walls Could Talk, where he's displaying himself as the walls, but different walls, bedroom walls, prison walls. It's what he does. Like, it's not, it makes you
diving into his slick Rick.
Yeah, like it's what he does. So when you listen to this album, it's pretty much a lot of the same. In terms of what, I mean, you can still see his growth as an artist like you do with all artists, but it's a lot of the same. So I was really, really, really confused. Same thing with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Like, it was a lot of the same, Kendrick. Like it really was. It was just, but it brings me to the conclusion that people just aren't listening. And I think it gets to be that simple. Because when you listen to his albums and you don't see any break from what he's always done, I don't understand how people could. That album's incredible though. There's probably one song on it I don't like, and that has everything to do with Heat. Which one?
Better not be Rain. Better not be Rain.
Now, but have you heard The Heart Part 6?
The snippet.
So what now?
The snippet.
So you need to hear it. I want to see if you can pick up on the sample.
All right, I got you.
Cause that sample, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna give it away. I thought it was Dwele when I heard it, and it's not Dwele. But that sample is tight.